Good evening and welcome to episode 17 of season 9 of Factory Town Pipe Mania, where today we're going to work on research. Not just researching things, actually we need to fix our research gun. We have managed to get our pickaxes and wooden axes doing well. They're not quite right, the pickaxes aren't keeping up, I'm not sure why. Everything here seems to be good. Yeah, everything here is good with pickaxes. They're not quite right, and I don't know why. Do 48, so we've got enough there for the house that we have. It's just not quite. I think that may be something to do with the transportation, the distance we're delivering it. Not the distance. That shouldn't really make any difference to it at all, because just transport to them, it'd just be the first one would arrive later, so your happiness would be delayed slightly. But I think when it goes through connectors, there is a small delay, and of course it's going through several connectors to get over to the town. So I wonder if that's causing an issue. I'm not sure. We should be having a very solid 100% on both of these. We're not. So unless my calculations are wrong, which I don't think they are. It'll be double, triple, double check. But yeah, things aren't exactly the way we're done. Don't know whether happiness level affects the consumption. I don't think so. I don't think the happiness level affects consumption in any way, shape, or form. It just seems a little bit weird that we're not technically producing enough. It's sort of right on the borderline for it. So weird. But we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe just put in a town over here to get the happiness bonus would speed it up, or just doing something to add more. We will have to add more as time goes on, because we'll definitely have more than 46 houses. So essentially, this will have to be duplicated, and this will have to be duplicated. But that's the idea of building it this way. This is going to be our pickaxe and expert, and we just need to figure out a way to get more iron and things coming in. I might just copy the whole thing and like paste it over there. And then have another iron mine going over there. Purchase some stuff. Very weird. Very weird map generation going on there, but no iron over there, which is a bit of a shame. There is some here. We could maybe copy it and like rotate it 180 degrees. A bit here. That wouldn't hurt, I think. But that's for the future. Right now, we want to fix our research. We are researching with one single laboratory, which is not doing anything because it's not getting enough books. And this does natural knowledge and the other knowledge, the research, natural and industrial knowledge, which is fine. But we do have other things I believe we can research as well. Maybe not yet. Maybe the added the research is in tech level 6. Okay, we want to get to tech level 6 as well. So let's research basic medicine. Basic medicines will give us the access to the apothecary and the medicine hut. We need to make some antidotes. You don't get that until you get intermediate medicine, so we need to do both of them. So let's do this one. Poof, there we go. And we can do intermediate ones. We can't because we don't have any blue coin. So we need to sell some things for blue coins. That'll be later. We do need to unlock metal conveyor belts as well. Let's do that. So we have almost the thing we want. I want to unlock the fishery as well. Not going to be used in what we're going to build today, but I do want to unlock it because we want to unlock everything basically. That's what we want. So we'll have to. Industrial knowledge volume 2 is locked behind steam power. Steam power could be an interesting thing as well. We could desperately look into that. Let's unlock that. But to get the industrial knowledge. We can get industrial knowledge level 2. We can't get level 2 of natural knowledge because it requires blue coin, which is a little bit on the surprising side because they're both the same tier. Not sure why one's blue and one's red, but we'll have to sell something for blue. We've got plenty of research anyway, so might as well do it here. But yeah, so we need another way, another design here, and we need to look into how it works and the ratios for it all. Blah blah blah. The numbers for books are very different. Also, you may hear seagulls because I've just remembered I haven't closed the window before I started recording, so give me a moment. So there we go, window closed. No more seagulls, hopefully. Didn't realise just how loud that was right outside the window, so I don't know if you heard it or not, but it was loud for me. So in this episode, we're going to work on research, and we have to do our research in the same way we've done the bread and other bits and pieces, because research does add to our happiness level. We want to get our happiness up here. So you see here the book do give certain happiness level, don't it? So we need to figure this out here. So a book. We're not going to do a book. We're going to require 3 happiness here. So we're basically going to go with I think we're going to go with level 3 tomes if we can. But right now we're going to be level 1 or 2. Not really sure. We haven't unlocked level 2 stuff. I'll figure it out for level 2. I'll figure it out for level 2 books, which is only going to be like 1 happiness here. We could then sell books as well. We'll figure it out. But so this is 140 seconds. We know 140 seconds divided by 2, because we know we need twice that. So we need to give them 1 book every 70 seconds. And if we go here and we go, hey, what do you take? You take 8. So divide that by 8, and we know 1 of these, 1 laboratory, can run 8.75 houses when it comes to the industrial dome. Now the industrial dome at level 2 is exactly the same. All level 1 books, level 2 books, and level 3 books are the same. Even the magic ones, which we'll get onto later, they're all exactly the same scenario. They're all the same numbers, same thing. Obviously what they require is different, but selling wise, they're all the same. So we know this here is I should probably figure it out for the first. Well, we'll do build sign bomb. So level 2 book. Let's start with a B. Level 2 book equals 8.75 houses. Okay. So we know one of these running at 1 speed can produce enough to make a book in time for 8.75 houses. So we ran that down to 8 houses. So we need to do 6 laboratories for each one. So that's 16 for each one. Now the beauty of this is that although they require different inputs down the lines, they all require different inputs. The level 1 books require 1 input or 2 inputs. Okay? The level 2 books require the level 1 books and then some additional stuff. And the level 3 books require the level 2 books and then some extra stuff. So we can chain them. We can all daisy chain them up and have imports come in and figure it out that way. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do it over here somewhere. I think just out of the way. I know we desperately need access to iron. We may also need some access to herb and things, but so sure. Let's go over here. Right, there's iron there. We can get access to iron there. There is coal here, this is good. There's gold here as well, which is quite nice. And there's plenty of space with water that we can just level off, I suppose. We'll do the same thing as we did over there. We'll just build a giant like sheet over the top of it. We will mine the coal underneath it and then pipe it up, which is easier said than done, but not impossible. So what we want to do first then is level this. Down all level to make life easier for us. But in mind, we also want to extend out one side, I think. Yeah, we're going to lose some fish. Not really fast. Let's do that. Or really. So let's put in a mine or 2. Put 1 there, 1 there. I think that covers every block. Yes, it does. Awesome. We have enough pickaxes stored. We have some pickaxes stored. We can do the connections underneath, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So there's our coal. We only really need 1 coal mine. Don't know why I built 2. Yeah, we need 1 coal mine. I could have put 1 coal mine in the centre. That would be enough. Coal's never particularly heavily used. Iron is. So we will need multiple mines doing the iron here. I don't know why I'm leveling the actual one underneath the iron. I just want to level the sides up so I can put a mine down. We also have got a situation here where we're going to be mining 2 lots of goods at once. Is a little annoying. Still completely doable. I want to put the mine over there. Plus about fitting in a little bit here. This is all going to be buried, so no one's going to see any of it. But, and if I come into here, you are not going to be auto managed. You just want to be iron ore, and you want to be iron ore. Oh, you've done it automatically. I think if you place a mine down where it's only got 1 resource, it automatically does the resource for it. If you place it down in 2, it chooses not to do it, so it doesn't mine the wrong thing for you, which is fine. That's exactly what I want. Okay, so let's go over here. We've got more iron and coal here as well. Okay, we could get more iron as well, because we may need more iron. And I think we're going to put it here, right in between them. And then we might just go that way, go over the top. I don't want to remove the gold. Yet we want to keep the gold. And I'm not fussed about the tree. But I don't want to remove the gold. And I don't want to remove anything down here, but we'll just plaster over the top of it probably this way. In fact, we do in here. We'll start in here. That seems like a good plan. Let's start in there. I don't know exactly how much area we need. So let's try doing that's there. I think we'll come off this edge here. The edge of the world. Let's come this way. Exactly where that autosave got me there. Where this actually lines up with this. Does it line up anywhere? Need to level it down. That actually lines up pretty well. Cool. There we go. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So, I don't know how many planks I have. 1,000 planks. I think we're okay. 1,000 planks. So let's build ourselves a floating platform. Now, I did say before I didn't like the floating platform. It wasn't the material it was made of. It was just that I don't like the floating platforms. But you know what? I can live with it because once stuff is built on top of it, it's not so bad. Kind of, it just sort of it works. It kind of works in my brain. But once stuff's built onto it, I think it's just empty floating platforms. Just my head's like, it looks really bad. I don't like that at all. It's fine. I'm making it very, very long as well because I know I want to put it 2 lots of what we're doing because we need to do both sets of research over here. This is just going to be for industry and nature as well. It's not going to be for any of the magic stuff. That's going to be somewhere else later. Probably nearby. Because we're going to have somewhere of making books. And books are a thing that's going to be in. Because there are 2 ways to make books. You can do it via cloth. Or you can do it via leather. And I think the cloth way is easier. If I'm honest, because the cloth version is you just farm the cotton. You convert the cotton into cloth, and then you convert the cloth into books with paper. The leather way, although you do get more from it because you get the recipe. Show you the recipe book. There's 2 book recipes. You only require 1 leather, but you have to mine the grain, farm the grain. Sorry, turn the grain into animal feed, turn the animal feed into leather in a pasture, and then take the leather somewhere else. So that's four things you need to get a book from leather, not including the paper. Cloth wise, it is 3. So yeah, and also keeping up with pastures can be a pain, especially keeping the water in them. You need external water feeds and things like that on there. So We will need leather later on, so I don't think I want to build something now that's going to require it. Also, we are going to build lots of kind of redundancy. We're not going to actually have like I've got a farm over here, so I've got sorry, not a farm. I have a farming town over here. So really I should put all the farming stuff in here and then ship it out to come over to here, like the cloth and thing. We might do that. We might do the cotton. The problem to that is that we're going to have pipes going everywhere, but it is called Pipe Mania. So pipes floating in the sky is going to be a thing. We're going to do that. I can't put them all underground. It's already getting a bit full under here. So I think we're going to do stuff underneath here, have some things, do floating things in the air and weird stuff, and then ship it out as it goes. But yeah, you processing. Well, yeah, we're not fussed about the bonuses so much. I just wanted to get this to level 5, I think it was, so that you get the bonuses for the crops. That was the idea. Because getting free stuff from crops is very, very good, because crops obviously take time to grow. So getting free stuff from them means that you can essentially double your output from a single farm without destroying all your field. Free. So we will have cloth from there coming in to all the way over here. Don't know how we'll do that yet, but we can do it. We can run pipes underwater. They do work. We can do that. And then we'll have the cloth come in. And we need paper, which we've got trees around. That's easy enough done. So we've got all the things we need. But the reason I want to get iron and coal is because industrial research requires metal to do things. So we're going to make that in situ. This is what I mean by redundancy. Over here, we have a set of mines and things, or a set of forges making iron. That's purely for this build here. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to do the same again, but it's going to be for this build, and then we might do it again somewhere else. So there's going to be lots of redundancies in places, rather than having everything dedicated where it wants to go. Having it dedicated and shipping it around, nice with the bonuses, but we're not really fussed about that at the moment. We're going for Pipe Mania and happiness. We're going for the highest happiness I can possibly get until the game starts lagging down, because well, once you get up to so many things moving around, it might be better with pipes, I don't know, and then on trains and things like we did before. But yeah, you eventually get to a point in any game you're playing, not just Faction, any game you're playing, you eventually get to a point where the game's just going to kind of give up on you and be like, I can't do this anymore, stop it, please stop it. Anyway, sorry, I'm talking a lot. So we need 6 of these, so I need to build. I know what we got behind. I need to figure the balance out. So let's look at the balance here. So you are going to want to make Industrial Knowledge Volume 2. To make Industrial Knowledge Volume 2, we need Industrial Knowledge Volume 1, and we need iron wheels, and we need steam pipe. So we need machine chops for that. Alright, machine chop. 2 of them. Okay. I'm not looking at the ratios yet. I'm just building all the things we need. Yeah. Make sure I know I've got all the buildings in place. And what I should do really is actually rotate this around, because we built a long platform. It's easy this way. So yeah. So then you and you go into there. That's fine. Cool. We also need another one of these here, which is going to make Industrial Knowledge Volume 1, which means we need a forge behind this one, and this one, doing iron plates, iron. Okay, and then behind that we need something to do books, workshop, doing books, cloth. Okay, which means you've got a workshop behind there making cloth from cotton, not wool. Again, you can make it from wool if you wanted to. You can go down the pasture route for it. You use wool later on in certain things, so I'm going to go with cloth, which means we need a farm behind this. I'm doing it slightly differently. Farm, which is going to be doing cotton. Cotton becomes cloth. cloth become book, we need paper as well, which means we need a forester. So put here no trees available to it. We need a lumber mill. We'll go here. We're going to do paper. So they're all the things we need to get this thing going. All the buildings required to get this going. So let's look at the actual ratios of things going on here. How many do you need? So you require one book in 8 seconds, and you produce one book in 6 seconds. So almost a 1-to-1. I'm just going to build that a 1-to-1. It does mean we'll be producing more level 1 tomes than we need, but that's fine. And you require 2 every 6 seconds iron, and you produce 1 every 6 seconds. So we need 2 forges running it, or we need a forge with a yellow coin boost ready to. So I think I'm going to go down that way. There we go. You're doing 2, which means you're doing 1 every 3 seconds, which is fine. Okay, so that's enough for that one. You also require a book, and require a book every 6 seconds. Books take 6 seconds, but require 4 paper. 4 paper and 2 cloth. You make 1 cloth every 4 seconds. This needs to increase in speed slightly. It needs to be every 3 seconds. I don't think we can do with workers. I think 1.5 all divided by 1.5 become 2.6. So yeah, it would work with 2 workers in it. It would work technically. That would be fine. Yeah, so if we put 2 workers in there, then that would be producing enough cloth. Could we need one every 3 seconds? We get 1 every 2.66 seconds to make that there. So that's paper-wise. You need 4 every 6 seconds. You produce 2 every 4 seconds. So again, I think we went for 0.66. That'd be 2 every 3 seconds, which would be correct. Yeah. So if we added another worker to that one as well, that would be the same. That would make 2 every 2.66 seconds, and we need 2 every 3 seconds. So there's the ratio there. This is 1-to-1. Is that correct? No, it's 2-to-1 there. Farms and foresters are unique. They can be sped up and slowed down as required, so I'm not fussed for that. 1 farm will definitely be enough to run this, and we're not going to do that anyway. We're going to have multiple farms over here, and we'll ship the cotton in. That's fine. So then for this, you need 1 iron plate every 2 seconds, and produce 1 every 6 seconds. But we don't need that many. We need 2 every 8. You do not need to run as fast as you can possibly go. If it's 2 every 8, you produce 2 every 2 seconds. One of you can run multiple of these. We might go down that route. 2, 4, 6, 8. So one of you can run 4 of them. Interesting, but it's 1-to-1 for here. And you produce 1 wheel in 10 seconds, and you need 1 wheel every 8 seconds. So this needs to be sped up ever so slightly. We could half it if we doubled it, or we could add an extra worker to do the same thing again. Do the whole 10 divided by 1.5 makes it 6.66. So it's 6.6 seconds, and you need it every 8 seconds. So that would be fine. You need 2 every 6.6 seconds, and you produce 1 every 6. So this needs to be doubled in speed. Add a coin booster to that one, and this one is going to require 1 every 2. You do not produce anywhere near 1 every 2. You produce 1 every 6. So we're going to do 1 every 2 seconds. We're going to have 1 of these to feed multiple of these. Then that's going to be, need to speed this up to be producing 1 every 2 seconds. We need to add 2 coin boosters to it, which makes it 3, which puts that down to 2. So there we go. There's all the numbers and all the resolutions and all the resolutions. Ratios done correctly. Don't know why I mixed those words up. For that. that's for producing this, and this is the exception. This produces enough for 8 of them. I think I'm going to have like 1 every 3. This produces 1 to 1. So, and this is all 1 to 1 here. So this will be on the side, and we'll run 3 of them, and then we'll double it up. That'll be fine. So we need farms over here producing cotton for us. Okay. We can do like this. Farm there. And there. I don't know how many farms I'm going to need for this. So not sure exactly how many farms I'm going to need for this, but let's see. I could also turn it into cloth over here and ship the cloth out. This is done in processing, I believe. We could also take it to processing as well and do that. We could actually run it down here to our processing area. Because this is processing, is it correct? Processing, yeah, it's processing. So we could run down to here, process it, and then ship it over. I wasn't particularly fussed about doing that because I'm not worried about getting the bonuses. It's nice to get them, don't get me wrong. But logistically, it's going to be a pain to ship stuff from here to here and then ship it out to here. I'm spacing things really far away from each other as well, which is not ideal. What I should really do is ignore all the town centre stuff, just put a farm up here and do it that way. That would work so much better, let's be honest. I think that would work so much better if I did it that way. And ignored the bonuses to things. I know we've done it here, but ignoring the town centre bonuses and the happiness levels. I mean, the town centres are nice, they give you it, but space-wise, I think we're going to have to do like dedicated areas for certain items rather than for things. I could squeeze it in here. I know I could. We're going to increase the town level on this as well, but increase the size of it, so it is doable. Just kind of think it might be better to just not. Maybe I will just do the cotton out here. Maybe we'll just do the cotton out here, and we'll just ship cotton in from above and do a weird pipe that goes over things, over the pipe. Oh, excuse me. The pipe would actually go over the top of processing, so should we do processing? Should we take advantage of processing? Should we do that? Should we go into processing, and then from processing we'll come out, and even if the pipes are above, having pipes in the air is not a problem because the distance, not distance, sorry, the levels, you've got so many levels. You can go so high and come in straight, and you can go vertical up, down. So it's not difficult to do. It does get complicated when you're following pipes around when they're all in the air, but let me know. Should we go and process it? Should we do that? Should we try and get the most effectiveness out of this as we can? I mean, the processing doesn't actually give us very much effectiveness, if I'm honest with you. We're not actually gaining anything from this. We're getting a 10% output chance. This is giving us a 20% output chance, I want to say. Why do you not have... yeah, it's only giving us a 20% chance to get more. I should not be bothering. I should not be bothering doing this. I really should just actually go and do it all in this area here. I think we will. I think we'll do it all in this area here. I will flatten out this here. We'll make farms and the forester over here, and we'll have a little self-contained town that does its own thing. And we'll forget about the happiness bonus. Don't worry about it. Not important. We'll just build everything to the correct size, and we'll basically just have one town centre, which will be practically that one. Because this, although it is nice giving us the happiness bonus, doesn't really help. Something else I should do as well is I should make sure a new update has come along, which has changed a few things. I didn't particularly read the patch notes. I should have done, but I do know that here you have a primary storage, so you can tick that, and now when you delete things, everything will go into your primary storage, not be spread out like we've got some things here, I believe. No. So okay, yeah, I don't think bouncing things from town to town to town is making sense. It would make more sense to constrain everything and then just have the pipes go into this area here. Having pipes floating around everywhere sounds like fun, but the less pipes I can have in the game, the longer the game's going to last, basically, and I mean that by like not lagging and becoming slow. So yeah, I think we will just put it over here, and I will ignore the fact that we have a farming town. There's no point to doing a farming town. There's no real point to doing a town here. If we're not going to put houses around the towns, they don't get the bonuses they need. The only thing you're giving them is the happiness bonus, which is nice, but we're building to the standard ratios anyway, so we're ignoring the happiness bonus. That's just a literal bonus on the side. Okay, so planning. This has been a planning episode. Apologies for that, but we'll get it done next time. We will get our research done next time. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Until then, as always, have fun.